Research published by the Columbia University Mailman School of Public Health states that lockdown increased US alcohol consumption by 20%. Although at home, drinking increased, the industry failed to meet targets. The soft drink industry is projected to have a stable 4.7% growth rate until 2028. In today's video, we will tell you how alcohol brands can improve their image and change things to experience growth. The drinking game is changing. Millennials and Gen Zs are no longer jumping around club hopping. They might be, but these things are changing. Now, the average person is taking more picnics, even in places like East and South of North America. Restaurant dates are slowly becoming cafe dates, and people are finding other means to drink less. Thus, the spirits and beers are slowly fading into the background. This new trend did not start off the ordinary. For example, before COVID-19, all health issues were treated in isolation. Many people have the after effect of the virus and are off certain habits. Alcohol is one of those habits. People are drinking more tea and making healthy lifestyle choices that might eliminate alcohol or minimize its consumption. Furthermore, the brands are not up to speed with the new drinkers. Suppose a couple is celebrating their anniversary in the park on a picnic. Their alcohol choice would fit into their lovely picnic baskets as opposed to a cart or food cooler. The new generation of drinkers is also on social media a lot. And they're not watching television, instead they are playing video games. Advertising at strategic places where new drinkers spend time could help beers and spirits. Moreover, brand communication are changing. Of course, the marketing message matters. New age drinkers are political and socially aware. Your brand will be cancelled if they find even the slightest offensive underlying message in your advertising. As well, customers are ordering things home. While food and soft goods are making headway in delivering products, alcohol is far behind. The age restriction makes it difficult for one to order alcohol from home. Hence, they will drink something else. In fact, it makes things more complicated in places like Texas, where they do not serve alcohol after 9 p.m. or on Sundays. Not to mention the levels of inflation. The global economy is in a bear mode. The bear economy represents how bears can sometimes hibernate. Therefore, the economy has ceased performing. In these times, consumer taste is dictated by their disposable income. Especially because alcohol is not an essential purchase. Most people leave it out on the shelf and get things they need most. The brands need to reprice to a new base level. While they keep the prices low, their quality must not change if they intend to maintain customer confidence and make more money. Offering high value is essential to the consumer in the current state of the economy, where inflation has been at its highest in the last 30 years. Lastly, governments and societies are screening companies based on environmental, social, and governance output. Most alcohol brands are not on board with these attributes, which could be without the investor's interest. Government has a massive interest in the playing field. Imagine if the government endorsed a report that actively promoted drinking. Companies would make a fortune out of them. For instance, people did not know that they needed electric vehicles. At first, it sounded like an excellent idea, but people realized it was not cheap once Tesla started producing. Then their interest dwindled. However, in recent times, governments worldwide have shown an interest in seeing a world with sustainable and renewable resources as power vehicles. The Biden administration has pledged to increase the number of EVs in the state pool. It has encouraged Congress to offer financial assistance to EV makers, especially in the wake of a new microchip shortage. Again, Germany has promised to be the hub of sustainable energy and has committed to by shutting down its nuclear energy stations. A decision Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, has advised against in the wake of the Russia-Ukraine war. Now EV is the best-selling car, and Tesla, a pioneer EV manufacturer, is the leading car company in the world, ahead of the usual German giants like Benz. Subscribe to this channel to discover how alcohol brands can turn things around for themselves. Meanwhile, we are finding more spirits and beer drinkers in the supermarkets and pubs and bars. The safety issues continue to plunge us even as COVID restrictions have eased up worldwide. During 2020 and 2021, the world was an unclear space, and the lockdowns were frequent and prolonged on various continents. Those periods put the drinks market in trouble and fell by double-digit percentages. Although a hotel has the potential to sell off premium and expensive spirits, a supermarket cannot sell something new. So once the consumer has moved into the supermarket, new entrants will suffer, and the industry players might adjust. It is up to the premium brands to try out alternative brand presence ideas like e-commerce, which has become a valuable point of marketing and sales. If you would request alcohol be delivered with your food, like we would, comment a thumb up below. Elsewhere, the companies are blaming their sales flops on non-alcoholic drinkers and trying to tap into that market. All of them hang on this supposedly exciting concept of a beyond drink. An increasing number of alcohol and beer companies are exploring the potential of a no and low alcohol variants of existing drinks. The problem is that the soft drink market has its own vibrant competition. The fact that a beer company suddenly invented a non-alcoholic version of their drinks does not mean we have found the answer to Coca-Cola. As of 2020, the Coca-Cola company broke over 130 years of tradition with the launch of Top Chico hard seltzer in Latin America. It has since rolled this across several markets, including the US, the UK. PepsiCo has done similar with Hard Mint Dew. Increased competition from brands with colossal marketing power and prowess may make this market harder to crack than first anticipated. This now worsens the situation for the alcoholic brands. They are battling with low patronage and new products that are not making it out in customers' shopping carts. Nevertheless, there are ways that beer and spirits companies can revolutionize from within and change the landscape for their marketing and operations. First, commit to social responsibility and ensure that you perform it to create a difference in your community. It does not require much for a brand with a global scale and market value to make a difference. Practice some of its indicators of ESGs and watch your name go on lists of brands to patronize. Next, set examples for others to follow. You do not always require legislation to transform things. Again, the brand needs to communicate honestly about its portfolio. Keep the most profitable products to the front and invest extensively in them. It would be best if you were sure to concentrate your resources to avoid confusing consumers with the proliferation of the same thing. Declutter the noise of too many undifferentiated brands in any given demand space. Allow your brands to spread so that they have enough room to take in prices up without cluttering the freedom of another brand. During high inflation, consumers want less choice and to be guided to the single best value option. Instead, intensify marketing budgets and invest in new tools while setting clear performance targets. Regarding commercial strategy, speed up your processes as things change too fast to wait for the annual planning cycle. Ensure that your teams are up to speed with your plans and ways to execute them. The teams must be energized and ready to work alongside the next generation of bartenders, category buyers and consumers. These bartenders and category buyers work with brands. Locate the strategically positioned ones and build a relationship for functional growth and collaborations. While you do this, do not lose sight of the long term. The short-term goals should not overshadow what could become tomorrow. On platform building, offer more emotional experiences, not just products. Remember that the time is limited and people are not standing in the supermarket all day. So be attractive yet resourceful if you intend to stay ahead of the game. The brand needs to communicate with its consumers and stand out from the rest. Consumers must be reassured that they can trust the brand as the market choice in these challenging times. Remember that you do not have to build all your platforms by yourself. You don't need to own assets to use them best. Innovate at scale through partnerships and more innovative commercial models. To conclude, use your platform to attract entrepreneurial talent. Finding young and diverse entrepreneurial talent will likely challenge how you have done things for years when more of the same thing is not working. Overall, the future of alcohol brands rests within their own hands, and we will see if they step up and reclaim their glory. If you're interested in food trends and staying up to date with the latest innovations in the food industry, check out our free Trends Report. The link is in the bio.